Evening. So we have with us Dr. Quartelai Quartey. So he's Pepperdine Alumni. We welcome you, sir, to NDIM.
Thank
it's
you.
a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So, sir, what are your views about the event?
Oh, I think the day's events have been absolutely extraordinary. I think we've gotten a feel for some of the challenges and opportunities that India is taking on, and that India has an opportunity to take on. And what's made this event so impactful is that we found that a number of the issues that India is looking at are not very different from the issues that we're looking at in the United States.
Okay.
Learning that over 2/3 of India's population is 35 years or younger means that you have a lot of potential, an opportunity to set a different path. In so many ways, and an opportunity to innovate in so many ways. Learning that 70% of India's population lives in rural areas outside of big cities.
Yes.
That's no different from some of the challenges that we have in the United States with our fellow citizens that live in rural parts of the country. And we learn that there's a law here on the books in India where corporations are required to give 2% of their revenue to nonprofits. Nonprofits that are not of their own, but nonprofits that are operating legally here in India. And so in a lot of ways, that's sort of a test case. We don't have that kind of mandate in the United States for for-profit entities, for corporations. Corporations are quite generous, but there's no mandate there. And so there are so many opportunities for future study, for cross-cultural study, at a time where both nations are looking to blaze a new path well into the 21st century, and there was even mention of the 22nd century, and what will be required in terms of leadership success when that time comes.
How do you think artificial intelligence will affect your industry?
I think artificial intelligence is already starting to affect so many different industries. I work for one of the largest nonprofit organizations in the United States, and arguably one of the largest nonprofits in the world, serving senior citizens and Americans over the age of 50. And at my organization, we talk a lot about the longevity economy. There was a recent study that had indicated that if you are 10 years old or younger today in places like the United States and Europe and Canada, that you have a 50-50 chance of living to age 104. And so, that means that our healthcare systems, that our education systems, that our justice system has to update and has to be equipped to be able to serve people that will ultimately live longer than the previous generation. And so artificial intelligence is going to create a lot of opportunity for new kinds of jobs. It's going to create opportunities in a whole new world. But it will also produce some challenges. There was a data briefing done by an organization called the Joint Center for Economics and Policy in Washington, D.C. And the Joint Center report looked at the effects of automation on black service workers, on African American service workers in the United States. African American service workers that make up 27% of the service workers in the United States. And this report found that they were endangered for losing their job to automation within the next 10 plus years. And so while we see the opportunity for progress, we've got to also understand that progress may not look like progress for everybody. And so, we need to be well aware of some of the disparities that technology can create for some, while creating more efficiencies for others. And so the opportunity to apply a multicultural lens, the opportunity to continue to look at some of the most stubborn disparities when we look at folks of various socioeconomic status and look at how certain technologies affect men and women differently, how it affects whites and versus folks of color differently. And so I think these are all of the opportunities and challenges that data and machine learning and artificial intelligence and automation are going to offer a whole new world. But I think that the folks here at NDIM, the folks over at Pepperdine University's Graduate School of Education Psychology are well equipped to work together, to hold hands, and to tackle what have become some of the most stubborn challenges for both of our countries and for the world.
Yes, true. So this is your first visit to NDIM. So if you can just tell, how was it?
Well, so this is my second or third day in India. It is indeed my first trip to India.
Okay.
I am having the time of my life.
Okay.
I found the Indian people to be so warm and welcoming and so courteous. And I found the weather to be quite hot. I understand this is one of the hottest times of the year here.
Yes.
But the food has been delicious. The people have been warm. The history, which dates back thousands of years. I'm deeply humbled by your history and deeply humbled to learn more about it and hopefully to be an ambassador of the great people of India.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.